Not gonna lie, they had me in the first half of this episode, but you sneaky, sneaky Marvel, you sneaky little guys. I saw it coming. Alright, so WandaVision, episode 3 dropped a couple days ago, and significantly better than the rest, I have to say. Okay, at least the last, 5 minutes is great. The beginning of the episode is, oh man, it's such a drag, I was literally bored out of my mind almost. I'll just put it out now, spoiler talk, we're going to discuss the story, everything that went on again. There's really no way to describe it without talking through that stuff. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, then I guess click off. So pretty much if you watched last week's 2 episodes, you would know it. And with Wanda being pregnant somehow, like, oh my goodness, how's this happen? Stuff like that. And that's the whole episode, 90% of the episode is her going through her trimesters and everything just in one fell swoop. The doctor comes in and is like, hey, everything's looking good. You'll probably have your baby in 9 months. About 9 minutes later through the episode, she's about ready to give birth. That's the whole point of this episode, pretty much. But it's so cheesy and boring, in my opinion, the way they do it. Like, when her water breaks, the water through the pipes break. Like, not even in her house, but in everyone's house. When, she's getting contractions or whether pregnancy stuff happens, the vacuum cleaner will start running, or, the dishwasher will turn on, just, electronics flickering everywhere, almost like an EMP type of thing. Just kind of, cartoonish, funny stuff you would expect to happen, pretty much. One of the neighbors comes in and is like, Wanda, what's going on? Oh my goodness. She comes over to bar or something, and then she finds out Wanda's pregnant. And Vision's out of town or wherever trying to grab the doctor to bring him back to help deliver the baby, but he doesn't make it back in time. So then this lady's like, all right, I'm going to help you deliver this kid or whatever, and we're going to get through this together. Girl power stuff. But towards the end, the last 7 minutes is when this episode really stands out. So the neighbor's helping Wanda deliver the baby. She delivers one of them, and then it turns out the doc gets there and he's like, no, there's more. Like one of those infomercials, but it's wait, there's more. She's having twins, and shock. So she delivers both the kids, they're healthy, everything's good. And Vision's like, all right, I'll be back, babe, I'm gonna go drop the doctor off. Neighbor, you stay and help her out. And it's like, oh, okay, no big deal, nothing crazy is gonna happen here. Wrong, just wrong. So the lady's looking at Wanda, so Wanda looks at the lady and she's like, it's crazy. I'm a twin myself, actually, now that I think about it. My brother Pedro. And the lady's like, oh my goodness, yeah. The one that got killed by Ultron. Wanda was like, what'd you say? And that was a typo, I didn't mean to say that. And Wanda was like, no, what did you say about Pedro? What'd you say about Pedro? And she's like, nothing, how about you let me hold one of your babies for you? Let me see what's going on here. So this lady seemed super sus. Wanda's like, who are you, to be exact? She's like, what are you wearing? What's that symbol on your necklace? And at this time, Vision's outside talking to the neighbors. And the neighbors are kind of glitching out. One guy's trying to cut the hedges, just going through his day. And all of a sudden he starts cutting through concrete with it, just doesn't stop the hedge and it just goes. And he's like, how's it going, Vision? How's your day going? And he's like, you okay, man? You're done with the hedges, you're cutting through the concrete. And he's like, I know. And then they're like, the neighbor's like, have you seen that crazy lady helping Wanda? We've never seen her before. Vision's like, what do you mean? Is she just some lady in the town? And then the neighbor who you met in the first episode, she's like, no, she doesn't live here. She doesn't have a house. She doesn't have anything. We don't know who she is. She just kind of appeared here one day. And he's like, what are you guys talking about? And he's like, yeah. She's like, no one knows about her. She doesn't live here or do anything here. And that's when Vision's like, oh man, I gotta go inside. So he literally rushes inside to see if Wanda's okay and everything. As soon as he gets in there, he transforms to his Vision android self, and he's like, Wanda, you okay? She's like, yeah, don't worry about it. And he's like, where the neighbor help you deliver the baby? Where'd she go? And she's like, she had to leave. She took a trip out, and it pans. It just really pans to her flying out of a portal, just yeet. So this is when it gets good. This is when we get that little piece of information we knew something was going on, but we didn't have any proof to back us up. So we get that little piece. She flies out, lands on the ground, and it looks like a bunch of agents kind of swarm her. And you see it all from that distance. It almost remember in Thor when his hammer landed down on the ground, and S.H.I.E.L.D. built an entire domain and kind of blocked off the air? That's kind of what it looks like, and it looks like a whole almost parallel universe portal that's going on where WandaVision is taking place. Again, we knew about this. We knew something crazy was going on from the radio scene with Wanda in the first 2 episodes, but now we get that little piece of information that's good, that kind of quenches our thirst slightly, just pushes us to the next episode. Because this first part of this episode, I was like, this show's not going to be good. Then it really picked up. Let's see. We're getting to the final verdicts, I guess. I don't want to talk too much about it. Alright, so final verdicts. Let's see. If I had to give episode as a whole, maybe a 6. The first 20 minutes, 5 max. I was like, yo, we gotta pick up the pace here. the last half, or the last like 7 minutes, 7 or 8 out of 10. It was just good because it was connecting pieces together. And you're like, what's going on in this Twilight Zone, Marvel Universe, happy-go-lucky, white picket fence family WandaVision show? But that's all I got pretty much. I mean, nothing else to say about it. That's my final verdict. If you guys like this stuff, feel free to subscribe, like, drop a comment. I want to have like a discussion in the comments about this show. What Marvel show are you looking forward to this year? Are you looking forward to just the movies, not the shows? Like, let me hear in the comments what you guys' thoughts on this stuff. If you enjoy this stuff, subscribe or I'll eat your balls.